Serve as a Soldier has finally been updated for Bannerlord 1.0, and I am so excited to go ahead and show it off. This mod is one of the OGs, one of the best mods out there. It goes ahead and gives you a completely new way to play the early game and really spices up the gameplay, so I highly recommend anybody, if you've not heard of this mod before or you haven't played with it in a while, definitely go over to Nexus Mods and download it. The mod currently isn't on the Steam Workshop. Hopefully Moose does go ahead and stick it on there because it just makes modding a lot easier for those of you who are maybe a little bit more of a novice. But the mod itself is truly epic, and yeah, it's just awesome. So basically what the mod does, for those of you who don't know, it allows you to join any lord or lady leading an army in Calradia or any other mod as well. This works with a lot of other modifications as long as they don't adjust the same things. So for example, you can utilize this for Realm of Thrones or the old realms, or whatever you want to mess around with. It should work for that because it's a completely different system, and it allows you to join them and serve as a soldier. You'll start off at a lowly tier. So for example, I just went ahead and joined this commander's party. As you can see, we now get access to this screen on the left hand side, and we're just part of this army. I no longer have free will of my own. I am a simple soldier serving under this commander, and we'll have a bunch of options. So for example, we are currently in the Imperium service, so I will start off at an Imperial recruit rank, so this will be obviously the rank 1 of the Imperium. However, of course, as I level up and I get more experience, I'll be able to upgrade to different roles, so I can make the decision to either go down the Imperial infantry route, and then I'll do that, and then I'll be given the equipment to go ahead and represent my role. When I make it to rank 3, I'll be able to become an Imperial trained infantryman or a veteran at tier 4, and then eventually a legionary at tier 5. Vice versa, I could also go down the archer route as well if I wanted to be more of a range character, and I believe you can change equipment on the fly as well, so it really doesn't matter. As you guys can see as well, if I go to my inventory, you'll be able to see that, I have been outfitted with this equipment that, is representative of my role. Granted, I can, if I want to, just go ahead and stick on some other equipment if I wanted to, and really is up to the player digression. Again, if I wanted to, say, for example, I had like the best armor in the game just out of nowhere, I could do that and just be equipped with that if I wanted to. But again, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of being a peasant Imperial recruit, and it's not really as fun. So this does also mean as well that you are at the whim of the AI, which is a little bit of a, an iffy subject, of course, because the AI can do some stupid stuff and it can do some amazing stuff. So you really do just have to rely on your lord doing what your lord can do. As you can see over here as well, we also have a wage. We're currently an enlisted tier 1 soldier. We are an infantryman at the moment. Of course, I could change it if I ranked up, and you can see what we need to rank up. We need 600 experience to go ahead and reach the next level, and this is varied, so depending on how many kills you get in a battle, you'll gain experience. But the nice thing is about this mod is it also goes ahead and calculates damage. So if I do some damage to some units, I'll also gain experience as well. So because it can be quite hard in the early game to go ahead and get kills when I'm using a pitchfork and I'm fighting soldiers who are much stronger than me, it definitely can be a bit dangerous. You also get a handful of missions like this as you progress. There are some bandit ambush missions, there are defending towns from looter missions, there are this mission where you're of course tasked with actually training the soldiers, which is kind of fun. It will basically put you into an arena and you have to defeat several soldiers from the army, which will help level them up in the army, so the army will become a bit more experienced, and you'll also go ahead and gain extra charm experience and relation with your lord. So for example, I'll be tasked here and I'm basically just here to level up and get some experience. You can see in the bottom left hand corner, I'm now getting experience with this, and I need to basically kill about 10 guys, I believe it is, and then the mission will be completed. So there's lots of other objectives in this mod, so when there is a lot of downtime and throughout the mod, you will be getting different stuff. So if your realm isn't at war, it necessarily isn't as boring because you'll have all these other missions that you'll be kind of tasked with, which is a real nice addition. Another thing as well that you might be worried about by using this mod is you won't be leveling up your skills as much, and that is definitely a valid concern. However, with the assignment mode, you can see right here, you can go ahead and ask for certain jobs which will level you up in said field. So that's really nice. So basically, if I wanted to, for example, level up my passive riding and also gain more party for the food, more food for the party, I'd go ahead and select that thing that I just did. Again, if I wanted to maybe do manual labor, I could do that, and that would level up my daily athletic skill. And there's several of these you can do. Again, some of the other high tier ones are pretty interesting. So for example, down here, the war strategist, I wouldn't be able to do this unless I bribe my commander, and that would level up some more of my late game stats. But this is a really nice way of just basically keeping your stats nice and high and kind of progressing. I definitely recommend in the early game, level up your athletics because it's really important. You're going to be on foot for a while. You're not going to be getting a horse unless you basically just give yourself a horse, which kind of defeats the purpose of the mod. So I definitely recommend leveling this up. The mod also has several late game features to it as well. When you do hit around about 20,000 experience, which does sound like a lot, but honestly it really isn't, because once you get going and once you get some good equipment, you're going to be racking up kill after kill after kill in this. Yeah, you'll see yourself making a ton of money and really pushing your way forward very, very effectively. And then when you hit them later tiers, you'll actually be given the opportunity to become a member. You'll be landed by the lord or lady of the realm and be given a city and basically just be like promoted to clan rank 2 and start off your campaign. So again, there's a really nice transition from the early to mid game where you can just start taking land once you've served in the army enough. So again, if you are worried about the mod just kind of getting a bit bogged down and not really being able to progress, don't worry about it. As long as you stay in the army long enough and you get enough experience, I think it's around about 16 to 20,000, you will actually be given a city, which is really awesome. One thing as well that I highly recommend people do when you do start to rack up a decent amount of money, your wages will go up to 100 a day, 200, 300, they'll rack up pretty quickly, is I do recommend asking your commander for leave. You obviously have to pay him, but doing that, and then you can go to cities and maybe end up buying workshops, getting your caravans, basically getting your economy on the go, and then just obviously going back and then finding him and then rejoining up. It's a really easy, simple system to do. Like, I've asked for leave and now I can go back to him and be like, oh, yo, my dude, I am back. I want to serve in your warband again, and you'll basically keep the same experience that you had with that lord. So because the mod isn't on the Steam Workshop at the moment, I'll show you quickly how to install it over on Nexus Mods. Super easy to do. You just have to make an account on Nexus Mods. It's completely free, so no need to worry about it. Go over to the Server to Soldier link down below in the description, click file, go ahead and click manually download the mod itself by clicking slow download right here. Then when you've got it downloaded, go ahead and open it with whatever unpacker you have. Then you're going to want to go ahead and find out exactly where to drop it. It's really easy. You go over to your Mountain Blade of Bannerlord, go down to properties, go down to local files and click browse. That will open up this file right here. You go into modules and you literally just drag and drop the mod in. No need to worry about it. This shouldn't pop up. It's just because obviously I already have it. Then you're also going to need to go ahead and download Harmony, which is actually on the Steam Workshop. Really easy to go ahead and do. Just go ahead and either search up Harmony on the Steam Workshop or just go to most subscribed, because it's pretty much needed for every single mod, and go ahead and click subscribe. I also highly recommend as well you use the Better Time mod as well with Serve as a Soldier. Sometimes the AI can do some stupid stuff, and the Better Time mod basically just allows you to speed up the gameplay so you can get through the lulls in battle, and when your lord's not doing anything. It's a must really when you're using Serve, so I recommend that. Again, that's going to require you to download some more mods, but that's all pretty simple and easy to do. Just go ahead and click subscribe to all of them as they're on the workshop. Then when you've got them all downloaded, you can go ahead and turn on, of course, if you're not using the Better Time mod, you can just leave off these ones. You do, of course, need Harmony online. But again, if you are using Better Time, obviously turn all of these on, and I just have them on generally anyway. So make sure they're above native and at the top of your load order. Then you can go ahead and have Serve as a Soldier on. It doesn't really matter where this goes. Again, I would stick it towards the top of your mod list, and you can also have Better Time on as well. I mean, you should be good to go. Apparently, there are still some crashes, but hopefully they'll be ironed out over the next couple of weeks. And yeah, go ahead and enjoy this awesome mod.